whatever you feel, see, things around, only the things you are aware of. Whatever you're not aware of, doesn't matter what size, shape they are standing next to you, in front of you, you will not see them. Things you can't name, you can't see. They don't exist in your world. Confusing, right?
You can see things, but isn't that where you ask, what is this?
You would not. You would have something to compare it to, something to, there will be some reference point. If there's no reference point, you will totally ignore it. The five senses are very unreliable. They're very, very unreliable. There's no way you can be sure what you're seeing is what you're seeing, and there's no way to know you're hearing what you're hearing. There's no way to know any of those five senses giving exactly the piece of information you think is happening. What is hot for me, for you might be just chill. So this becomes all relative. Relative means to say what you have experienced of. These stones, if you're not used to walk, and if you these few days if you started walking on them bare feet, now you won't feel them anymore. And even if you did semi barefoot, like every now and then you'll see they're not poking anymore on you. Not as much. Okay? So this becomes relative. The other thing is your association. Now we are coming back to where we started in the mind circle. What are your association? Dog is danger or dog is a nice sweet pet? It's totally different stories. Okay? And this is where your perception impacts a lot. You might consider some as good news or bad news. Somebody might take it as completely as an opportunity. So what kind of things become more prominent in your awareness will have gives you a particular way of looking at things. If you are a shopkeeper, person moving in your shop, you might see them as a customer. If you're a policeman, you might see that a suspect. Depends which role you're playing, your relation to the world around you will become totally different. Alright? So that's why I say, who is the one who's processing? At one point in all this process, in your meditation, what you do is you take your attention from not only listening. Your listening is only one part of the process. Listening is, I create a vibration. It's an air I'm disturbing and then becomes a sound. That sound comes and strikes in your ears. And then ears has those tiny little bones which basically going to make vibrations. These vibrations going to go in your brain, and what you perceive as the world, that filter will come in between before you make the meaning out of what I'm saying. So if we have 15 people here, nobody is listening to the same lecture. There are 15 different lectures are going on at the same time. And nobody is looking at the same Sanjeev. There are 15 projections are going at the same time. And this is something really becomes a very big of a question. So what is real then? And then processor also, it might happen that you're unconscious. Your eyes are open or your ears are open. You can smell things, but you're not able to process things. So brain has some role to play. But who would give the direction to that processing? It depends on what consciousness is there behind it. So our idea in meditation is not what is that I'm listening, who in there is listening. So not what is that I'm seeing, who in there is seeing, because eyes has no capacity to see. Eyes only open up, there is a light going in there. So you're able to see my hand because there is a light hits this hand and hits your eye. That's how you see the hand. If my hand will anyway do not block the light which is coming on it, you won't see my hand. I'll be invisible for you. To experience me, you need to have something to strike against. That's why in meditation, when you are able to sit still and there's no more revulsion going on, you would not know your body. That's why sometimes in the sleep you wake up and you realize you can't move your arms, legs and all that. Your body is there, you don't feel your body at all. It can happen in some anesthetic or some intoxication situations too, where you lose the sense of your body. Then you also realize that there is something else in there. It's not just the body. And if you ever experience something called DMT and stuff like that, you might even experience a little bit further. That's so-called nothingness. So 5 senses are very superficial and very minute way to know, or very superficial or rather gross way to know what the world is all about. It's not the way it is.